Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Social Studies. And this one is Separation of Powers meets Federalism. We have talked about this in class. We will finish in class, but today what you're going to be doing is doing a little practice in this area of identifying which part of the government or which part of which government is doing what. So, as you remember, we have a couple of big ideas in our Constitution. One of those is separation of powers. Think about what the words mean. Power is separated or divided among three equal branches: the legislative, executive, and judicial. And legislative is Congress, House, and Senate. Executive, president, vice president, and federal departments and agencies. Excuse me. And judicial is the courts, the Supreme Court and lower federal courts. Some things to remember here. Legislative, groups that make laws. It's always going to be a group. Groups, not a single person. It's a group. Now, these others can be groups too, but they're not ones that make laws. They're generally not elected groups. These are elected groups. President is pretty obvious. Vice president. This is at the federal level, of course. At the state level, you would substitute governor or local mayor. So it's like an individual who is the boss or head of lots of departments and agencies. The departments and agencies are key. If it's a department or an agency, it's part of the executive branch that executes, carries out, puts into effect, enforces the laws. How do you know if it's federal, state, or local? Well, it depends. If it has US in front of it, it's federal or national or something like that. If it has the name of a state or the abbreviation for a state, it is state. And if it has something like county, town, village, etc., then it would be local. Then judicial, you have the courts. It's always going to be a court. You again need to look what comes before the name to know whether it's federal, state, or local. Now, that idea is called federalism. That power is shared by the national, aka federal, and state and local governments. And here you see the examples to help you out. Now, in school, we have been filling in this fun little game, I guess you could call it, of what goes in each box. And you're going to be trying to figure out some of these based on newspaper headlines or TV headlines or headlines. Headlines are kind of a short way of saying the main point of a story quickly in usually less than a sentence even. We'll work on that 1 second. So this is just to help you out here. I'm not going to necessarily talk through this. You can pause and read it on your own if you would like to. You can see that was the federal level. This is the state level. And this is the local level to give you some help here in what's upcoming. All right, and there's the whole thing filled in for you. And you can pause that. You can come back to it, whatever. That would be helpful. We will talk about what the powers are. Now, what you're going to be doing on the little Google form quiz is selecting for each newspaper headline, like Congress passes relief bill. Which branch of government took the action in the newspaper headline shown below? Well, here it is Congress taking the action. Congress would be federal legislative, so you would click that one right there. All right, you're only choosing one. And this could help you out too as well. And that's pretty much it. That's all there is to do at this point. Should I give you a secret password? I'm going to pass today because I trust you are all good people who want to do your best, and you are not going to prepare to fail. You are going to do the right thing and watch the whole video. So I thank you for doing that, and have a pleasant day.